Is it working? Working?
Yeah, it
Hello?
says we're live.
Oh,
You are
look at that.
live.
Look
We're
at that.
streaming again on the video, YouTube, Facebook, X. You can see exclusive content of the WSJM Morning Show.
Yeah, we were dealing with technical difficulties a little bit here and there, and it's always it's a white knuckle ride getting that baby going, man. It's kind of like you just gotta, like you have your favorite car, and only you can drive it.
Yes.
And you're like, oh yeah, you gotta do this, you gotta wiggle this, you gotta do that, you gotta do that, push that lever, all those things. It's kind of what it's like here in the studio.
RCA plugs are tight.
Yep. Wiggle the hinges, all that stuff. Anyways, good morning, everyone. Hopefully you're having a great start to your day. It is going to be a rainy one, so hopefully you got any of the gardening or any of the outdoor stuff done yesterday, because we do have 70% chance for some rain and storms today, high 75. Then later on tonight, some more clouds, but less chance for some rain and thunderstorms, mainly in the evening, with a low down to 54. Going to kind of continue on Wednesday as well, so just be mindful of that. I'm crossing my fingers. I have not looked at the weather in Cleveland. Because that's where the Tigers are playing. I was looking at it yesterday, just kind of looking ahead and like, well, I think they can get the game in tonight, but I don't know about the game Tuesday. So we'll have to wait and see. But we'll talk about that another time. Let's talk about what's happening in the news this morning.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Good morning. Here are some of the stories we're following for you locally. Special elections happened today in Berrien County, Cass County, and Van Buren County. There's a host of school financial proposals on various ballots, depending on where you live. Polls have opened. They opened as of 2 minutes ago, and they'll close at 8 o'clock tonight. If you have any questions on what you might be asked to vote on today, if you've not already got your absentee ballot in, as many people already do, you can just go to your county clerk website, and they'll have a full list of what's on the ballot there. In other news, police have located a body in the St. Joseph River. WSJM's Andrew Green has this report.
The St. Joseph Township Police Department and partner agencies began a search on Friday near the Napier Avenue Bridge after a report of a juvenile male jumping off the bridge. He'd been reported missing on Thursday. The 15-year-old families began posting on social media Friday asking for help. The search continued all weekend, and the Sheriff's Department says a body was found Monday afternoon. It's being sent to Western Michigan University for positive identification. Andrew Green, WSJM News.
After closing their doors for more than a month to remediate a reported black mold issue, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services offices in Benton Harbor are once again open, but with limited operations. While the public does not yet have approved access to the building, a spokesperson for MDHHS confirmed that staff are being phased back in this week. The public must still access services by phone, online, or at an alternate location. Meanwhile, the state continues looking for a new location that will have a significantly smaller footprint than what they have today. The current facility is 75,000 square feet, and the rent is almost $150,000 every month.
Dang.
I'm telling you, that's $1.8 million a year if you do the math. The state just closed an RFP looking for alternative space that's about a third of the size. The state won't yet say what they received as far as submissions for the new location. A similar effort last year produced no results. Benton Harbor City Commissioners have approved the creation of a social district downtown. It will cover the general area of the Arts District, where there are several restaurants that serve alcohol. Once in place, customers will be able to purchase an alcoholic beverage and then carry it anywhere within the district's boundaries to visit different attractions. Commissioners did have some debate about the issue last night. Commissioner Emma Kennard said this could lead to trouble like rowdiness and litter.
I know that it's a doorstep away from having a big scene downtown. We've had enough problems in Benton Harbor without having people to be able to walk outside with alcohol.
However, Mayor Marcus Muhammad said creating the social district will help downtown restaurants grow, some who are still recovering from COVID, even if he personally is not a fan of alcohol.
One thing that I have learned in being in this position is it's not personal. And I can't make decisions based upon personally how I view the situation. So I may go to have dinner at the Livery, but that don't mean I'm gonna order a Black Russian. situation.
The drinks will have to be in specially marked cups. The curfew for alcohol in that arts district is 10 p.m., and there will be trash cans stationed throughout the area. The social district will be managed by the Arts District and the Benton Harbor Downtown Development Authority. Cornerstone Alliance has offered to pay for the signage. Voting against the social district were Commissioners Kennard, Ethel Clark-Griffin, and Juanita Henry. And one other news story set for Wednesday, May 15th, is the annual memorial service for fallen police officers in Berrien County. It will be held at the Berrien County Law Enforcement Memorial Monument in downtown St. Joseph, starting at noon that day. Berrien County Undersheriff Greg Sanders tells us 20 Berrien County officers who lost their lives in the line of duty will be remembered.
We do lots of community support here. Representatives from all agencies in Berrien County are represented, the prosecutor's office, individuals from Berrien County Court. It draws a good crowd, and we're hoping for good weather every year.
Sanders says the last time Berrien County lost any police officers was in 2016.
Court security officer Ron Kinzel and court supervisor Joe Zingaro were the last two individuals that we lost in Berrien County, and that was July of 2016.
There will be a 21-gun salute. The public is invited to come out and show their support for the men and women who make sacrifices to serve their community. We have more information on our website, WSJM.com. In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
Dave Wolf has sports in just a moment. Right now, let's find out what's happening around the nation and the world with ABC News.
ABC News, I'm Brian.
16 tornadoes.
That's a lot.
Wow.
That's a lot.
I just saw Ginger Z on the Good Morning America. Shout out to another Michigan native. She's in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I saw she was on the road.
Really bad storm damage there. So devastating. Devastating in somewhere in the finger. Somewhere in the finger.
Is that what it's called? The finger?
Yeah, somewhere in the middle of the finger. Not the middle finger, middle of the finger.
Oh boy.
Speaking of world traveling, where is Jeff? Jeff is on our Facebook page.
Hey, Jeff.
But
welcome back.
Where in the world is Jeff?
Where
in the world is Jeff on our Facebook page? Thank you for that.
Dora
Thank you,
Explorer
because
fans.
no, Carmen Sandiego.
Oh, was that Carmen Sandiego? Okay, fine.
But I love that we were
in tandem.
Not only in tandem, but we were thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
On that one.
Yeah.
Because was a huge fan of Carmen's Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. Such a fun show.
Ayúdame.
Yeah.
That's Dora the Explorer.
You're still on the wrong show.
I like
there.
Dora. I'm a Dora.
Because your kids were watching Dora at the time.
Oh yeah. I wasn't watching Dora.
See, I was watching the Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, because what I liked about it is that you had the cartoon aspect of it, but then you also had sort of the game show with the kids.
Yes, there was a game show.
So that was, that era of the early 90s, I will say, kid competition shows, because of course Nickelodeon, Legends of the Hidden Temple, Guts, they had the Young American Gladiators. You had regular American Gladiators.
Was there a young version of that?
There was like a teen version, yeah.
Wow.
And it was hosted by who?
I have no idea. I didn't even know the show existed.
I can't remember if it was called Young American Gladiators. No.
Okay.
Ryan Seacrest.
No way.
Yes.
That's going to have to be the guest pretty much for everything. Yeah. Since he came on the scene, he's been hosting everything, taking over for other people.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. When does he take over for Pat Sajak?
Oh, yeah. Is that this summer?
That should be, I think it's the fall.
Let's see. Ryan C. Crest. You think that's his real name? Here, you look up and see when he's going to take over Pat Sajak, and I'm going to look up his real name.
When does Ryan?
Well, according to his Wikipedia page, that is his real name, Ryan John Seacrest.
Ryan John Seacrest.
Yeah.
All right. They say the fall of 2024.
Because that's a real Hollywood name, Seacrest.
Seacrest, yeah. Oh, where do you live? Oh, on the Seacrest.
On the crest of the sea.
Have you seen some of his houses?
No.
Ridiculous, man.
No.
Like, I think one of his houses or properties is like in the hundreds of $1 million. Like, it's ridiculous. And at one point, wasn't even living there because he was living in New York because he was doing live with Kelly and Ryan or whatever. And then he's on a radio station in LA, but he would do the show from New York.
He has massage tables. He has his own spa in his house.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, wouldn't you kind of think of like all your well, he probably has no time to go to a masseuse.
He's got like
or go to a spa.
Multiple dining room tables that are huge.
Yep.
There's one that has 10 chairs at it with a couple extra, right next to another one with 8 chairs at it.
Yeah.
It's like you sitting at the little kids table or the producer's table.
Right. All because he won the audition for American Idol and beat out the other guy.
His closet, also known as a dressing room, is maybe 8 times the size of my first apartment.
Yeah. Well, doesn't he have his own fashion line? I'm pretty sure he has his own Seacrest like outfits because like he would promote it on Kelly and Ryan where he'd be like, "Oh, well, I'm wearing the blah 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 shoes or I'm wearing this this outfit made by me."
He's got a pool and a pond.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a pond for the fish and a pool
you don't want
for
to
the
you don't want to
people.
swim with the fishes.
He sleeps with the fishes.
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services building, and their rent is $150,000 a month. Paris Hilton is renting a Beverly Hills Park mansion for $160,000 a month.
Oh,
so
nice.
So I guess we're getting a deal.
Yeah. Got a whole team of workers. They just got hurt.
Wow.
All right, we'll get back to it here in just a second. Yeah, Seacrest, man. I mean, the paychecks that he's got just rolling in because I mean, he just steps in when everybody dies. So as all these people on television are getting older, he just slides right in and collects the paycheck. So he's never going to be without a job.
I mean, according to the internet, his net worth is $450 million.
Ooh.
With $75 million he earns every year.
And growing.
Jeez.
Constantly. Because he's a producer of all those shows.
Oh,
too.
so he's got companies that are worth a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
He, I think he produces the Kardashian shows.
So he's responsible for that.
He's one of them.
We're going to top out around 75. This evening, showers and thunderstorms quieting overnight. We drop down to 54. And then partly sunny for Wednesday with a slight chance of a shower late in the day with a high of 75. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
Hey, good morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. Thanks for spending it with us. You can watch us right now live on our live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and X. We are there as we usually are.
Yes.
I hear good things about this whole live stream thing. I should check it out sometime.
It's very good.
A lot of people say they're like, "Oh man, I really look forward to those videos."
Brett was asking me if we got any feedback on his fill-in from Friday.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know. What are you hearing? He's like, "Oh, my mother-in-law liked it." It's like, okay.
Oh, his mother-in-law's watching.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
She's a tough critic.
Is she?
She is.
Well, fantastic then. Then thank you for watching and weighing in.
Yeah. Because she'll be critical every once in a while. And he'll tell me. He'll say, "Oh, my mother-in-law said this. You need to work. You need to be better." I'm like,
That's
all
great.
right. I'll do it. But one thing I want to talk about is on the list here we have Miss USA stepping down.
Yes,
What's going on with that?
Noelia Voigt, who was crowned Miss USA back in November of 2023. This came as a surprise last night. She's announced that she's resigning from her role, saying the decision is in the best interest of her personal mental health.
Okay.
Yeah, she says, deep down, I know this is just the beginning of a new chapter for me. And my hope is that I continue to inspire others to remain steadfast, prioritize your mental health, advocate for yourself and others using your voice, and never be afraid of what the future holds, even if it's uncertain. Now, she's from Utah. She succeeded the 2022 Miss USA, Morgan Romano of North Carolina. She was the first Venezuelan American woman to win Miss USA.
Okay.
And a spokesperson for the Miss USA organization tells media that they support Voigt's decision to step down from her duties and that the well-being of our title holders is a top priority. And we understand her need to prioritize herself at this time.
Absolutely.
The organization says they're reviewing plans for the transition of responsibilities to a successor and that they will announce the new Miss USA soon.
Okay.
So no timeline set, but I imagine it's probably going to be this week.
So is this the same competition? Because I can never keep track of all of them. There's Miss USA, there's Miss America, there's all these different things. Is this the same one that Miss Michigan, Maya Shuknek, was part of?
I would assume.
Was it Miss USA or was it Miss America that she was a part of?
Oh, I don't know. It's a great question.
And then other question,
okay.
Probably don't know this or not, but when you have this competition, because we know like Blossom Time and any other pageant that we have that we know of, there's the top of you are Miss whatever, and then there is first runner-up, second runner-up, and so on. Who I don't know if that's what they do in Miss USA and Miss America. But like, who's the one to step up, or do then they just go back to the other 49 and say, "All right, eeny, meeny, miny, mo," or we'll have a re-competition, or I just don't know their process.
You know, as with any of these high-profile pageants, there are rules, going into the competition,
right?
And as you take a look at the line of succession afterwards, you probably are going to take a look at your rules and see, okay, now that everyone's been out of the competition for 6 months, are they still qualified to hold this title, given what they've done over the last 6 months?
Sure.
So are they under contract for films or something like that? Or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
Are they still in the country? Are they back in school? Are they even available to do this? So I think that they would probably look at that to understand who our next Miss USA will be.
A long process. By the time they figure out who the next Miss USA is going to be, it's going to be time to try and figure out the next Miss USA for 2025.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do they just go without
for
a
little
think while?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they'll have somebody.
They'll have somebody.
They'll have somebody.
That'd be an easy job. Maybe Ryan Seacrest just step right in. He'll be Miss USA.
Easy job.
He's like, oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. Because he just seems to, no matter how many jobs he has, we were talking about this on the live stream a little bit.
Yeah.
No matter the jobs he has, he just seems to just look for, what's open next? What? Like he's checking the classifieds and he's making millions of dollars. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. But there are others who were the first. Let's see, Savannah Gankowitz of Hawaii placed as first runner-up to Voigt's victory in November. So she's a potential candidate, they say, for the newly crowned Miss USA. Alexis Lumens of Wisconsin, Jasmine Daniels of Pennsylvania, and Luvia Alzate of Texas. So those are the top 5. So probably one of them.
All right. We'll have to
probably one of them. Yep.
Some other things to talk about here this morning. I wanted to throw this out here.
Okay.
Because this has been all over the news, of course, with former President Donald Trump. And complete political views aside, I just have this question, and this is where the headline kind of makes me start to think about it. If Donald Trump goes to jail, so does the Secret Service. Is that true? I mean, you probably know more about this than I would, being somebody that's been to DC and worked in DC, because this is such uncharted territory for the United States. Hypothetically, if a president of any, whether it be him or, Richard Nixon, probably somebody should have gone to jail. How does that work with a former president? Does the Secret Service then have to, because their job is to protect the president, whether the sitting president or former president, it's their gig until that president dies.
The mission of the United States Secret Service is protection to ensure the safety and security of their protectees.
Right.
I mean, there are other things. They investigate financial crimes and stuff like that, national significance. But their job is to ensure the safety and security of their protectees. Until a former president is no longer their protectee, that's what their mission is. That's what they see their mission is. And because it's basically law enforcement to law enforcement, you're going to see a lot of cooperation there. So if indeed a scenario does play out where the former president Donald Trump is found in contempt of court, and the judge Marchand tries to put him into protective custody of some sort, there will be arrangements made.
Yeah. Yeah, Secret Service is already, I guess, working on a plan.
You're thinking of Oz. It's like, does he get to take his Secret Service in
obviously, there? Whether it's, a president.
But it's probably going to be more like a country club.
Yeah. Again,
if that happens.
I'm not saying just him, but like any time in the future, if there's another president that has to go to jail, sitting or former, it's like, how does that work? Because, I mean, it's like now the Secret Service is working on these plans. Now they have to think about, okay, well, this is now the plan if this ever happens again.
Yeah.
But they're just trying to figure all this stuff out. But I guess they're working on a plan right now for if he goes to jail.
Yeah, the Secret Service has already been in talks about this, already running the what if scenarios and all that. So they won't reveal any of that to us until it would become necessary. But I mean, he's now been found in contempt. Former President Donald Trump specifically has been found in contempt of court for violating the gag order in his trial happening in New York for the 10th time.
Yeah, he just had another one.
The 10th time.
It's $1,000 a time,
at least. Yeah. So that's,
because I did hear this morning when I was listening to America in the Morning it said, another $1,000. And now the judge is kind of saying, like, is this working? Like, you keep doing it.
I mean, the Judge Marchand is the presiding judge, and he said, going forward, this court will have to consider a jail sanction.
Right.
Before, he was talking about incarceratory solution, hoping the message would get across. Now he's just saying jail. It could be jail. He said, Mr. Trump, it's important you understand the last thing I want to do is put you in jail. You are the former president of the United States and possibly the next president of the United States.
Right.
So magnitude of this decision is not lost on me, but at the end of the day, I have a job to do, the judge said. So as much as I don't want to impose a jail sanction, I want you to understand that I will, if necessary and appropriate. Now, he's also taking great lengths to try to stay as balanced as he can on this, because he said there's a certain thing called protected political speech. And so he's not dinging the former president for that. What he's dinging him for is about speaking out against potential witnesses and a lot of the people associated with the court case, including the district attorney's office.
Yeah, there are very specific rules with this whole thing, and he's breaking those. So the judge is enforcing this stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, it could be detention in the courthouse, and in that case, it'd be pretty simple. The Secret Service would just sit there and hang with him, twiddle their thumbs, look at him for a while.
House arrest or some kind of thing. But I feel like this is like what is that one reality show where the kids are acting up? And what they do is they take the kid to jail. It's like Scared Stupid.
Scared Straight.
Scared Straight.
Scared Straight.
Scared Straight.
Those are fun.
Maybe it's like one of those things needs to happen.
Oh boy.
I don't know. It's like because he's not apparently learning from that stuff. But it's interesting. It's interesting to see all this all play out. Honestly, it feels like I feel like I'm watching a reality show. Play out in reality.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. How long is this trial going to go?
Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, what if it goes to November?
Oh, geez.
It could. I mean, they're doing what, like 4 days a week?
Yeah.
I think he's taking Wednesdays off because of they had his son's graduation.
And then there were campaign rallies last week.
Then he's fitting in campaign rallies. But it's just so weird. But yeah, like how long does this keep going?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I don't see any end in sight at the moment as far as them figuring stuff out. I mean, they probably got more witnesses, more things to go, and then of course the judge needs to make a decision on it.
It is fascinating.
Wow. It's primetime television. They're not televising that though, right? They can't televise it.
No. They're chalk drawings.
I like the chalk drawings. I'm a fan of that. I've always thought that the courtroom chalk drawing artists and also the sketch artists that, like, when you say, okay, I saw a guy, he came in and robbed me or whatever, this is what he looked like. The art that goes into that is pretty cool.
It's fascinating. It doesn't look real.
No.
Because sometimes it's just It's a composite.
Some of the stuff is wacky.
Yeah.
People don't look like they actually look like in real life, but
Yeah.
it's fun to watch.
But speaking about law enforcement and people cracking down on stuff, did you see this? This kind of went under the radar. This happened last month, but it's just now getting some airplay. Talking about Apple sending threat notifications to iPhone users in 92 countries.
I've not seen this. I've not seen these emails come to me.
I've not seen that either, and it's probably a good idea, a good thing that you've not.
Okay.
Because Apple did send them. They send them to iPhone users in 92 countries last month, warning people that specific people that they may have been targeted by what they call mercenary spyware attacks.
Oh,
mercenary is the word they use.
Yeah. Whoa.
The company said it sent the alerts to individuals in 92 nations. The notification, which some of the tech publications have seen, does not disclose the attackers' identities or the countries where the users received the notifications. They just say Apple detected that you are being targeted by a mercenary spyware attack that is trying to remotely compromise the iPhone associated with your Apple ID. The attack is likely targeting you specifically because of who you are or what you do.
Oh.
Although it's never possible to achieve absolute certainty when detecting such attacks, Apple has high confidence in this warning. Please take it seriously.
So I guess I'm not important enough to...
I guess not.
Oh my God, I thought
Not
I was...
me either.
Thought I was pretty high on the list there.
The iPhone maker sends these kinds of notifications multiple times a year, they say, and has notified users to such threats in over 150 countries since 2021. So if you ever get something that really looks different and you've kind of made that determination, okay, this looks like it's coming directly from Apple, pay attention to it, read it.
Yeah.
Don't click on links, but just try to figure out, okay, maybe I am the target of state-sponsored mercenary attacks. But yeah, Apple sent that out last month.
Wow.
92 countries. People in 92 countries.
I can't even get some of my friends to text me back. Maybe I can get some friends out of this. All right.
Will you be my friend?
Yeah. Hey.
You're a prince in some African country.
Mercenary hacker. Man, that'd be a crazy gig. Wow. All right.
Well, so Apple had previously described the attackers as state-sponsored folks.
Okay.
But now they've replaced that with mercenary spyware attacks.
Wow.
So state-sponsored stuff. Yep.
How do you look for a job when you're a mercenary hacker person? You just put it out there? Like, do you have a LinkedIn?
Yes.
Is it a LinkedIn on the dark web?
You have a LinkedIn on the dark web, and you put on your resume, things that you may or may not have been involved in. Can't tell you.
Dark link. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I have good people skills, good managerial skills. Also, I'm a pretty good hacker.
Yeah.
I can do that. Yeah.
By the way, I know you're reading this.
Right. Exactly.
Get back to me or else.
A lot of code words. All right. We'll get to your Bloomberg Market Minute here in just a moment, plus news, sports, and a whole lot more. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
At Sturgis Bank, it's our people that...
I wonder what the Yelp review for a mercenary hacker person is.
Does Yelp do other things other than food?
I think that doesn't Yelp do business reviews?
I don't know.
So, I mean, I assume that if you're a mercenary, you probably have your own business. You have to operate. You got to pay taxes. Well, I guess if you're a mercenary hacker, you could probably hack your way out of paying taxes.
Yeah, they do some businesses. Let's see. Pet Palace Resort and Spa got a review. A lot of burger places.
Tell you what, I've been having some fun talking to the IRS lately.
Who?
Me.
Why? Why would you do that?
So I started an LLC, right?
Yeah.
And I simply needed an EIN, an employee identification number. So I go apply for it.
Did you need one, or could you have used your SSN?
They told me to use to get an EIN.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing that I'm using.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the thing that you're using.
Yeah, the thing that I'm doing. As a business, they were like, "Well, we need to fill out this form."
Yeah.
And we need your EIN on there.
Oh.
I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So they asked all that stuff.
All right,
so I said, all right, well, I'm going to just get whatever. Might as well get it.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing for a business account.
Okay.
at the bank.
Yep.
They said, we need the EIN.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I've got this. They're like, no, we need the EIN
Okay.
with the IRS. I'm like,
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
A lot longer process than I'd want.
Really?
Yeah. Went online.
Yeah.
Then they said, our system's not working correctly
Oh,
because the
no.
IRS has pushed all their stuff to being online
Yeah.
for applications.
Yeah.
So then they said, ooh, yeah, we can't process it. Call this number.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'll call this number.
Oh, no.
Ooh, yeah. All right, we'll mail it to you. We'll mail you basically the sheet of paper that says you are now this is the number, yada, yada, yada.
They have to mail you the EIN?
That's what they said. That's what they
Oh.
said. And I'm like,
Are you sure you called the IRS?
Oh, yeah.
Was it .com or .gov?
.gov.
Okay.
.gov. Yeah. Trust me, I've been talking to the IRS.
All right.
I can tell I'm talking to the government because it's taking forever. Then they said, oh, yeah, it'll be there. And I'm like, all right, well, I haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah.
Well, it takes 10 to 14 days.
Oh.
Okay. Well, when did you mail it out? Oh, we mailed it out on this day. That was like 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh,
so
man.
now that time has passed.
Yeah.
I've said, all right, I'm going to call him again. I was on the phone yesterday for over an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, no.
A lot of that was on hold. And of course, they said, well, we can't, if we haven't mailed it to you, we could fax it to you. Well, here's
Wait a
the
sec.
thing.
Let me go back to 1957.
Exactly.
Get my fax machine out.
So then they were like, oh, yeah, we can fax it to you. It's like, well, I don't have a fax machine.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, well, I'll call somebody that does have a fax machine. The school has a fax machine.
School has a fax machine.
My mother-in-law hang out by the fax machine. She'll receive it. And they said, they were like, all right, you had a fax machine? I was like, well, I have somebody that is a representative
Yes.
of me that I trust is standing by the thing to
Standing
verify
by.
that
Agents
the
are standing
fax is getting there.
Yep.
They said, no, it has to be you. I said, really? Yes, it has to be you. So can you go to like a UPS store or something
Did
like
they
that?
really?
Yeah. So I
Oh.
go to the UPS store and stand there while I'm still on the phone because I don't want to lose this.
Did you pick up some gift cards for him too?
No.
Okay.
I should have.
All right.
But then they said, I'm standing there. I'm like, yeah, can I take? I want you to receive a fax. What's your fax number? I just gotta get this down real quick. They're like,
Yeah.
all right, I want to send the fax. And then standing there for a few minutes,
Yeah.
and then the manager comes in because they had since moved the UPS store next door, so all their stuff is not hooked up.
Okay.
Said, oh yeah, the fax machine's not working.
Oh no.
Cool. And as I'm talking to the person from the IRS, says, I'm about to send the fax. If we get disconnected, that's okay. I'm still going to send the fax.
Oh no.
So that was the last I've talked to the IRS. So now I got to call them back again today. Yeah. This journey has been going on. I'm about to dissolve the business completely and just start over.
Wow.
I'm going offshore, man.
That stinks.
Yeah, it's awful. So
Sorry you're dealing with that.
it's fine. Just another adventure in my life.
Maybe they'll just come and do a personal visit.
Maybe.
On 94.9 WSJM.
Honestly, that would be better if that happened. Anyways,
I don't know.
IRS, if you're listening, stop by.
We really appreciate you.
Appreciate all your great work. Anyways, if you
I know I did mine online. I did my entire thing
that's what
online.
Jocelyn said. She's
Yeah.
like, everything's online. I was like, yeah, that's what they say. But of course, I have to deal with some sort of problem. There's always a hiccup when I do stuff.
And you're too honest.
Yeah.
You should have said, oh yeah, I'm standing exactly right next to the fax machine right now. Yep. Send it right now.
Yep.
Standing next to
I
it.
know. That's my fault.
Fax
That's my
machine.
fault. Yeah. Who uses a fax machine these days? Every time. I remember one time I got it real quick before we get to news.
Yeah.
When I was getting a job at a radio station out east, they
Yeah.
were like, yeah, we just need you to sign this form and fax it back to us.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, well, I'm going to fax it to you right now. And they're like, okay, wait, I need to go. This guy that told me to fax it said, wait, I got to go find the fax machine. It's off in a corner somewhere with the dust cover on top because they never use
Yeah,
it.
nobody uses it.
Apparently certain people and government organizations still do.
Remember when it had the roll of the thermal paper in it?
I do not, because
Oh
I'm
my
not as
gosh.
old as you.
Oh my gosh. You've got to see this. I know some people still have it today,
It's
though.
thermal paper?
It's thermal paper and it comes in a roll.
Really?
And you just put the roll in the machine, and the thermal paper goes through there, and it comes out kind of purplish.
Yeah.
But it heats the thing. But if you stored the paper in a hot place, it
got messed up
on the sides. It started to get
similar to like receipts, right?
Yeah,
there's certain
exactly.
receipts that have the thermal printing, and then
just like that,
you keep that receipt in your pocket for too long on a hot summer day.
Yep,
you lose
purple.
your receipt.
Fax machines crack me up, especially when somebody's trying to send a fax and they send it to your regular phone line.
Oh, yeah, you pick up the phone and it's like,
yeah. Eventually, you learn you could transfer those calls. Right. Not if you're not at home. If you're at the office, you can transfer them to the fax machine.
Yeah,
and then find out who did it, and then torture them.
Yep. Anyways, today's
in a nice, kind way.
Today's going to be a cloudy day. You can tell I'm already frustrated with life. High 75 later tonight. Going to be cloudy. 30% chance for some rain and storms. With a low down to 54. Tigers lost yesterday, but they will play today. Hopefully,
Guardians.
Yeah, hopefully, if the weather holds up.
Okay.
So, anyways, let's find out what's happening in the news this morning.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM Newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Good morning. Here are some of the stories we're following for you today. Special elections are happening today in Berrien, Cass, and Van Buren counties. There's a host of school financial proposals on the ballots. If you're not sure where to vote or what you're voting on, potentially, because not everyone has something this time around, just go to your county clerk website or send them a fax. You could do that. No, polls are open now and close at 8 o'clock tonight. So again, special elections happening, Berrien, Cass, Van Buren counties. If you have questions, go to your county clerk website. Police are still looking for a suspect or suspects involved in a weekend drive-by shooting that happened in Benton Harbor. The Benton Harbor Department of Public Safety yesterday confirming 2 people were struck by gunfire during the incident that happened on the Saturday. Both victims are in stable condition. One was a 5-year-old girl. The other was an adult male. Officers were called to the intersection of Broadway and Britain on Saturday afternoon. Witnesses reported shots being fired from a white vehicle. The 5-year-old was playing outside at the time. The other person who was struck by a bullet was an adult male who happened to be driving by the area. Police say they gathered some evidence. They have some leads, but they do not have any suspects yet. No motive has yet been revealed, and anyone with information on the shooting is asked to contact the Benton Harbor Department of Public Safety. And Michigan farmers are responding to the new avian flu extraordinary emergency order from the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development. New safety guidelines must be in place by tomorrow that affect all dairy and poultry operations in the state. The guidelines include designation of a biosecurity manager, establishing a perimeter that limits access to livestock, and implementing cleaning and disinfection procedures at those access points. More on those stories and more coming up at 8 o'clock in the WSJM Newsroom. I'm Ken Lundberg.
Sorry. Dave Wolf has sports. I jumped the gun on that one.
That's all right.
Dave Wolf has sports in just a moment. Right now, let's find out what's happening around the state.
The Michigan News Network.
Yeah, so that's my life. And so you're exactly right. I've been too honest. Whereas like when they're like, "Are you standing by?" and part of me is like, I just want to get this done. This is taking way too long. I just want to get it done. And I was like, "Yep, I've got somebody standing by." And they're like, "No, it has to be you." And I was like, "But they're real close." And they said, "Well, how close?" And I said, "Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm not there." They're like, "Well, so you have to be there because this call is being recorded. So we have to make sure and verify these are the rules. You have to be the one standing in front of the fax machine."
Yeah, he or she who was on the phone was probably saying, "Now, Johnny, you have to be the one in front of the fax. I can't send it to you unless you tell me that you're in front of the fax
and
machine."
Unfortunately, I already told him. So what I could do is the exact same scenario that I was doing yesterday. And I can just say, "Yep, absolutely," on a new phone call, possibly, hopefully, a new representative.
He was saying, "Johnny, maybe you're not hearing me. You're in front of the fax machine, right?" And you're like, "No, yeah, you are, right?"
Yeah, and even when I said, "Well, I have to drive to the UPS store," and she said, "Well, how far away?" And you said, "About 3 minutes." And it's like, She's like, okay, what I'm going to do while you're on the phone with me,
boy.
I'm going to verify your business, ask me all the different stuff, yada, yada. And then she's like, all right, are you there? And I said, yep, I'm there at the store. But of course, my car was picking up the Bluetooth, which I wanted to make sure she was on the phone. But I was afraid that once it disconnected, once I shut the car off, I was going to lose the call. But it did work properly. But not the fax machine at the business.
I'm looking at the IRS website.
Mm-hmm.
It says an LLC will need an EIN
Yep.
if it has any employees or if it will be required to file any of the excise tax forms listed below.
Right.
Are you gonna?
I had to fill out some forms.
Really, the excise tax stuff?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. I know there's forms. I don't know what those numbers of those forms are.
Okay.
Anyways, so the work I do at the school.
Yeah.
They had me fill out a form that had on there the EIN. Also, when I wanted to open a business account at the bank, they said we need your EIN.
I'll have to look at that. I know I have an EIN or one or two somewhere, but I can't remember if I needed it for an LLC.
Right. So they said we need to have this for you to do this. And I said, well, it's just me.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we still need it. And I was like, but can you just use this? They're like, nope, we need this. I'm like, great. And then, of course, even when I had the number, hadn't gotten the thing in the mail yet, I had the number. This is the number that is my business.
Yeah.
They said, oh, no, we need the sheet. We need the form.
What?
The form that says it. We need you to email that form that you get from the IRS.
You're getting whiplash.
I know.
Because you're getting jerked around so much.
I am, for sure. And I'm honest and I'm trustworthy because also too, I've not done this stuff before. And even Jocelyn was like, yeah, I did that through the Women's Business Center. That's what I should have done is I talked to those people all the time about creating businesses all the time. Why I didn't go there, I have no idea. I think it's self-punishment. I'm just doing this all to myself. So, but anyway, so once I get it, never doing it again. I'm going to start some other kind of corporation or something like that. Maybe I'll do that.
Will you have new spacesuits?
Maybe.
That'd be cool.
I mean, what is it? S Corporation? Maybe I'll do that.
Do an S Corp.
That sounds cool. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how it works, but I'm going to do it. Just because I've already done everything. I filled out all the forms. I filled out I think the last one was an SS4. I filled out a W9. I've seen, you know, like, what is it? I've been everywhere. The Jonny Ken song. I've filled out every form. I've filled out about every form that there is in the IRS.
Yeah, where's Weird Al Yankovic when you need him?
I know, right? All right. I have an ad lib coming up here in just a second.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you're dealing with that.
Oh, it's fine. You know, it's everything. It's me. It's my fault. I'm doing this to myself. As I said, should have just gone the easy route and just contacted.
They'll probably audit you now.
Oh, yeah. That's what's going to happen.
Because you spent so much time on the phone with the IRS. Like, this guy, he
likes talking to us.
He's up to something.
Yeah, and of course, when they were like, oh, representatives are talking to other people at this time. I'm like, no, they're not. They're out to lunch.
Man.
Because it was like 3:00 or something in the afternoon. And I thought, yeah, they're out to lunch because they started at like 10. Like, yeah, they're out to lunch right now. That's what's happening. They're ignoring me. All right.
.com/internet to learn more and check your eligibility.
Hey, what's going on? It's Johnny from the Morning Show, and really looking forward to the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship, where you can enjoy all kinds of wonderful things with your family. And if you're a foodie, you can enjoy some great, food, as well as some great golf. Like the KitchenAid Fairway Club, located in the main entrance courtyard. It's going to give all the spectators an opportunity to learn new skills in the kitchen. You can ask culinary questions, watch live cooking demonstrations by celebrity and local chefs throughout the week. There's also some cool celebrity people that are going to be there that are from HGTV and thinking about more of the home in itself, not just the kitchen. Often there's autograph opportunities and photo opportunities as well. Carla Hall going to be there, which that's exciting. So that'll be she's one of the celebrity chefs, but also some great local chefs as well. And again, there's also going to be some really great golf on the Jack Nicklaus Signature Golf Course. If you want to get all the details on everything that's going on and also the special packages like the Makers Trail 19th hole upgraded package, you can get those tickets and all the info you need to know at srpga.com.
From ABC News Tech Trends, early adopters have had their
All right.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Things are starting to come together with everything. Not only us being there, we're going to be broadcasting live throughout the week, but also too, I'm volunteering this year because every time this comes around, I've said, you know what? I want to volunteer.
Yeah.
I was just talking to somebody the other day. So like, oh, I get to drive around and do all this stuff. And then I know Pat Moody's volunteered. There's hundreds and hundreds of people that volunteer, not just here in Southwest Michigan. There's people that come from all over, which they said, oh yeah, there's some people from like, California or that'll come here and go to a few of the different PGA locations where they have tournaments, and they'll just work tournaments.
Yeah.
Like that was their retirement plan, was like, you know what? I'm going to be retired and I'm going to see the country by volunteering at golf courses.
It's a great plan.
Yeah.
Great plan.
And should be good weather for it. I'm hoping good weather. Crossing my fingers, because there was a rain day or two last go around. But
yeah,
it's gonna be good.
Who do we have on the live stream here?
Good morning to Bernice.
Hey, Bernice.
Happy Tuesday.
Good morning. Hello, Dwayne. Hello, Diane.
Dwayne.
And we already said hello to Jeff. Hello, Jeff. Good to have you back in the United States.
Jeff filling in as the Walmart greeter. Bill.
Yeah, where's Bill?
Bill, I don't know where Bill is.
Bill, what are you doing?
Bill's busy, I guess. Maybe Bill quit us.
No,
he gave up.
He was
on
here
us.
earlier this week.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think he was here yesterday.
Yeah.
He was the first one yesterday. All right. Let's get back to it.
.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
Partly sunny skies today. We're going to see showers and thunderstorms, couple of rounds late morning, and then again middle to late afternoon and into the evening hours. We'll see showers and storms. We're going to top out around 75. This evening, showers and thunderstorms quieting overnight. We drop down to 54. And then partly sunny for Wednesday with a slight chance of a shower late in the day with a high of 75. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Hey.
It's popping up everywhere.
I know.
Yeah, it's popping up everywhere. Everyone wants to be so helpful. All the artificial people.
Mm-hmm.
All the artificial intelligence wants to be so helpful.
Yeah.
These days.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Did you try the AI at the IRS?
God, I wish I would have. It probably would have been a better experience.
You like AI. You like using the AI prompts. The chat GPT and the
as
whatever.
I said yesterday, I think is that it's AI is a tool. Mm-hmm. It is not a complete crutch, but I will say I'll be honest with you, I'm getting tired of hearing about AI.
What?
So that thing you said, let's talk about AI.
Yeah.
We're going to throw that away.
Oh,
no, I'm kidding. Tell me more about it.
Okay.
So this is a new AI that is coming out from the folks at Microsoft.
Yes. Yeah. Microsoft is reportedly building a large new AI model that could potentially compete with OpenAI and Google's most advanced technology, as reported first by the tech outlet The Information.
Ooh.
You ever heard of The Information?
The outlet is called The Information.
The Information.
I've called Information.
I've never heard of The Information.
No.
But this is true. Microsoft is developing an in-house AI language model internally known as MAI-1, MAI-1.
Okay.
The model is allegedly sophisticated enough to rival those that are out by Google, Anthropic, and Microsoft's prominent AI partner, OpenAI. Remember, Microsoft and other tech companies have been putting into the OpenAI.
Yeah, because OpenAI, that was
Everyone
something
can
that,
use it.
Yeah.
And so Microsoft has said, well, yeah, we're still doing the stuff that's for the benefit of mankind and everything else, but we're also building, surprise, surprise, our own stuff that's going to help our users with our software stuff, and search engines and such like that. The precise plan behind the model not yet known, not yet determined, but it will seemingly depend on its initial reception and performance. The information added that Microsoft may provide a preview of the new model as early as its Build Developer Conference that's coming up later this month.
As long as they don't call it Skynet, I think we're going to be okay.
Last month, Microsoft introduced a smaller AI model named Phi 3 Mini, not Skynet, but it was aspiring to appeal to a broader client base with cost-effective options. In contrast, it says My 1 will be considerably larger than the smaller open source models that Microsoft has previously trained, meaning it will likely be more costly. Now, people are saying, well, wait a second. You've invested $13 billion in OpenAI.
Right.
What do you mean more costly?
Sure.
Well, Microsoft is declining to comment, but their chief technology officer, Kevin Scott, went on LinkedIn and said, I'm not sure why this is news, but just to summarize the obvious, we build big supercomputers to train AI models.
Yeah.
Our partner OpenAI uses these supercomputers to train frontier-defining models, and then we both make these models available in products and services so that lots of people can benefit.
Okay.
He concluded with, we rather like this arrangement. That's what he said.
Well, I've seen a lot of computers coming out now
Yes.
with AI functions.
Every one of them,
There's phones, like Samsung has AI in some of their phones, and then I just heard that a lot of the new phones that are coming out are going to have better battery and more space to handle all of this stuff.
Build a better battery.
Yeah, build a better battery.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, you've seen it on Facebook, on Meta too.
Oh my gosh, it is annoying. So many people have been, and I agree.
There's no search function on Meta anymore.
It shows up for a second and then it goes wee woo.
Yeah,
that's it. It's
wee woo.
To me, it's the 21st century Clippy. It is Clippy.
Yeah.
You remember that's what they should do. Bring back Clippy.
And bring back Clippy.
They're like, oh, well, this is Phi Alpha filled. No, this needs to be Clippy. If it is not Clippy, I'm done. I'm done with AI then.
Yeah. Yeah. Last month, Microsoft also hired Meta executive Jason Taylor for its AI supercomputer team. He's going to assume the role of corporate vice president and deputy CEO at Microsoft.
I will say, if you are somebody that is really good into software development and you're really good at AI, or at least trying to be good at this AI stuff, because it's still uncharted territory for a lot of people. It's still on the ground floor. But man, you're going to have a job forever.
Yeah.
Until the AI.
Until Skynet says no.
Until the AI takes over.
Yeah.
I've seen so many movies where this stuff happens. You know, that one, was it the one with Will Smith, iRobot?
Yes.
That has a supercomputer that takes over.
Oh, they never end. They never end well.
No,
it never ends well. The Matrix.
The Matrix. Yeah. I don't know. I think this is a bad idea, man.
As long as we're using it for good.
Are we? No. But yeah, the one on Facebook, that one's really annoying.
That is annoying.
Because that even though there is not a search function, you still use that as your search function.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
Yeah.
But,
and every time I hit it, it's like, okay, I think I'm searching. Am I searching?
Well, then I had something the other day. I accidentally typed in something and they were like, and then all of a sudden the AI was sending me a message.
Oh.
Like, well, I didn't find what you were looking for. It's like, yeah, because it's like a butt dial. It was like a fat finger typo.
Yikes.
So it's annoying. All right. Coming up here in just a little bit, we'll have your Moody on the Market update. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
Everything for spring and summer.
Oh, I like this. Bird watching improves mental health.
Oh, we'll talk about that in just a little bit.
Okay. I like that.
Stand by.
Gas
I
prices.
thought of you on that one.
Ah, thank you.
Because you like watching
it's fun.
The little spy planes that are flying around, the little spy drones.
The birds.
Yeah. You know, they asked athletes that were in the NFL draft, are birds real? Because, you know, they do the interviews with them. And they do all the psychological kind of things to just kind of get to know you better.
Okay.
And they throw one of the questions they throw out are birds real?
Are birds real?
And a lot of them said absolutely not.
Really?
It is the government spying on us.
Is that the right way to answer the question?
Maybe.
I mean, definitely creative.
Is there a right way to answer any of the questions?
Good point.
Now, if they're asking the right questions, there is no right or wrong answer. It is just what you answer kind of leads you down that rabbit hole.
What if you choose not to say anything at all?
That's not good.
Just like,
That also tells something about your
does.
personality.
Absolutely.
All right. We got your Moody on the Market update coming up here in about 60 seconds.
St. Joe Parade Day traffic.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
The most wonderful time of year.
Mm-hmm.
It is fun when they block off the roads, right? Like I did the Run for the Buds that they do the morning of the parade. And it's just fun when I pull into somewhere and then they're like, all right, we're blocking off the roads. Parade's happening. Go. Just slide all the cars, do this, block off this road. Then I got stuck.
Oh.
Yeah, at one point.
Inside the perimeter?
Yeah, they were like, you can't go here. You can't go here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got to get out of here, man. So, yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on. All right, here we go.
It's the morning show with Jonny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
Want to know what's going on with Southwest Michigan's business? We got you covered at moodyonthemarket.com. Also, check out the Moody on the Move series, our awards program, and so much more at moodyonthemarket.com. And on the app, your update brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles.
And talking about life in Southwest Michigan and why we love it here, it's because of the parades. During Blossom time.
Yeah.
St. Joe Parade Day traffic. You can expect it this weekend. Is that right? Yeah. Saturday is Blossom time. Grand Floral Parade Day. Yeah. That means major traffic and parking restrictions in effect for several hours while the bands march by and the floats pass by. Some special notes. No blankets or chairs may be placed on the parade route before 6 a.m. Saturday morning.
Okay.
So if you're thinking you can go out there Friday night and get the best seats, no, they will take your chairs down. So 6 a.m. Saturday morning is when you can start doing it. We decided to just post the entire notice from the public safety director, Steve Newbecker, on our Moody on the Market page. So you have everything as it is from the officials. It's right there. No interpretation needed.
Yep.
But basically, the detailed summary of plans for St. Joseph from the Department of Public Safety say both Benton Harbor and St. Joseph hosting the 2024 Grand Floral Parade. It's happening this Saturday. The parade starts at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Road closures in St. Joseph will go into effect at 10 a.m., which includes all masted boat traffic that's trying to navigate under the Bicentennial Bridge.
Yeah, that's something important that they need to keep in mind.
Yep.
Because, they're blocking that off.
So they'll have some traffic diversions, some detours, stuff closed off. We've got the full detailed list there for residents and businesses located on Marina Island along Anchors Way. Be aware that the Bicentennial Bridge will be closed from 10 a.m. till approximately 4 p.m. on Saturday. You'll be able to exit the area. However, you must head into St. Joseph and follow the detour. So just be aware. There are going to be a lot of signs, a lot of people telling you where to go. Be nice and just follow the instructions.
Happens every year.
Yep.
Just you know the drill.
You know the drill.
You going to check it out?
Of course.
Yeah.
If I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
if I can make it down there.
Just walk a little bit and hitch a ride on one of the floats.
Well, I'm looking at the
roads that are blocked off.
Yeah, here, and I think I'll be able to just walk right down the end of the street there.
Perfect.
Yeah. It'll be nice.
That'll be great.
Go put my chair out Friday night.
No, 6 a.m.
Oh, 6 a.m. Saturday.
6 a.m.
That's right.
Saturday.
All right. I will not bend the rules.
All right.
Anyway, you can read that full.
Put your press pass there. Just be like, do you know who I am?
Oh, boy.
News director, WSJM. Got this. Got taken care of.
They'll put me in the back. So that full article with all the restrictions that are coming up is outlined at moodyonthemarket.com.
We have a person on our Facebook page that's a volunteer for this.
Sweet.
Bernice. So she could hook you up, man.
Bernice.
Get you the best spot.
All right. Looking to you.
All right. Your Moody on the Market updates brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles. Rich Brand and Tara Halsey from Insurance Management. All right. Hard to believe it's already this weekend.
Everybody loves a parade.
As soon as you said that and you were like, this weekend? Wait a minute. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta check out the parade.
Yes, indeed.
I think that's why Phil McDonald not available for the coaches show.
Oh, because he's doing parade stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
Because he has been for many years the host of the Blossom Time pageant.
Really?
So, and I think it was last year,
Yeah.
or maybe the year before, he was one of the honorary grand marshals of the parade. So
the Grand Floral Parade,
mm-hmm.
in addition to being the crown jewel of the Blossom Time Festival, is celebrating its 118th year.
Yeah.
They'll have over 120 units.
Okay.
Which includes bands, floats, clowns, costumed characters, antique cars and tractors,
mm-hmm.
which is really cool, unicycle teams, equestrian units, and the famed Indianapolis Metropolitan Police motorcycle drill team.
That's my favorite.
Can I borrow their bikes?
Oh, they got some sweet bikes.
I
man.
bet. Yeah. Cool old Harleys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And the tricks they do on those things. Oh man.
That's awesome.
That is my favorite part, is seeing those guys.
4 days, 59 minutes, 10 seconds. They've got a countdown clock. I love that.
All right.
Until the parade.
Well, we're counting down to getting out of here. You guys have a great day. And if you still want to listen to the show, you can still do that on the app and at WSJM.com. And, of course, on your radio, 94.9. But we are getting out of the live stream, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Thank you for joining us.